Hello, this is Sex Talk. Today we're going to be talking BDSM. Should sex be associated with pain? This is Joma Richards, Big Cat. And
my name is Stella Marison Naje, the heartbeat. Sex, baby.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be.
Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about So, BDSM. Bondage, discipline. Some people say submission and some people say sadism and masochism. That's a lot of names, isn't it?
A lot of names. So they're associated with sexual pain.
But is it these practices of BDSM though? Well, so what is BDSM? Because some people don't know. What is it?
I should give you my own definition.
Well, give us not your own definition.
No, let me give you my own definition.
Okay, all right.
You've already given us the definition now.
Have I?
Yes.
I'm
bondage, discipline.
All right, give us your own definition. Give us your own definition.
Well, for me, BDSM, my own definition is sexual disorder that are similar in inflicting physical and psychological pain on another person in the name of sexual pleasure. Who does that? Huh? Ask me.
Well, how do you decide for the person that is having the pain, that they're having pain? Because this whole BDSM something, sort of kinky sex, it's usually between people who like it, and they have, according to the people in this community, they have safe words. If somebody is spanking you, for instance, or
did you hear that?
Yes.
Somebody is spanking you. Somebody will tie you to a chain, blindfold you in the name of sexual pleasure.
Why are you quarreling with something that people like?
I'm quarreling with it because it's berserk. It sounds straight.
See, no, but they don't just come and take somebody who doesn't like it. There are a group of people for whom that is pleasure.
Yeah, I know.
So they they do these things amongst themselves, and you're supposed to give your consent as always.
I know.
And have this kind of sex where you are probably tied up and blindfolded, and then they have safe words. Their byword is you have to be safe, it has to be sane, it has to be consensual. The person has to say,
after everything, you now go and start nursing wound.
No, that's not how it's done now. You're not supposed to.
Of course, some of them.
Some of them
they are beaten, some they bite, some they do all manner of things.
Yes, they do. But we're saying
all that madness,
we're saying that this community,
you now go back to your house and start nursing wound. Because you wanted.
No, but they don't just come and pick up people like
random people
and say, okay, I want to tie you up. And one of the problems associated with BDSM, the people who do it is, it's not always that easy to get a partner. Of course, that's very obvious because I don't think there are too many.
Because it's a big problem.
Well, it's probably not a problem. And
it's enjoyable. Why are they having issues in having partners?
No, but do you know that doctors say, that they have more secure relationships, they have more trusting relationships, they have more confidence in their relationships than vanilla people, like they call us.
Vanilla, yeah.
People who are not into kinky sex and all of that. So, but like you're saying, there's a lot of upside. Some of these people are genuinely people who just want to be adventurous, or who kind of like sex.
If you look at it, I would say they are cult people. Because yes, at times I like going spiritual.
You're confusing me.
I'm not confusing
At
you.
what point?
Wait,
where did we go from sex to cultism?
Wait, I would say they are cult people because why? When they do all that, they have a rule. They have a rule. You don't talk about it once you are out of that community.
Says who?
I read it.
Nobody says they don't talk.
No, it's part of their rules. They say you don't discuss whatever happens in that room. Happens there.
Nobody says you can't discuss it. The thing is that you have to have the practitioners have supposedly, some people have raised their concerns, members have raised concerns because they have a bad image, so to say. People do not understand these things. If you're not part of them, you don't understand it. So outsiders are want to give them a bad name. So sometimes when the bad things happen, it's like families.
That's why they don't want to talk about it outside, so that they don't discourage people from being part of it.
Not that way. See, in
one
families,
of the reasons.
No, but in families, when something bad happens, the default mode is usually let's keep it within the family. It doesn't mean that bad things don't happen. So bad things happen. I'm not a fan of all of these extreme things, but I'm saying that in truth, we know that it can go south really quickly. And one of the bad things we have to be aware of, some very bad people can say, can hide behind, I like BDSM, and then they can be, doing really bad things to people. But real people who just want to have excitement in their lives do these things. And the thing is, they always, if you want to start with somebody, for instance, and they tie you up, you have a word that when you've had enough, you say, and they are supposed to let you go. But we have to admit that because all these situations are not always controlled. What if the person does not do what you want them to say? So that can happen.
That's why they say it's bondage.
Well, if they tie you up, it's bondage. But it's not like bondage in the sense that you're not...
Actually, when you say they tie you up, it's not only tying up. There are other things they do.
Yes, they choke you, they spank you.
They bite.
Yes,
they bite.
But the people like it.
Are they animals?
Don't say that. They like it. They're human beings. And then, they have the dominant partner, who is the partner
and
that...
they chain you. You don't even have control of yourself.
But you don't want the control. See, that's because they have people who are the dominant partner, and then you have the submissive partner. Submissive partners like to be told what to do.
Yeah.
So the dominant partner is telling you what to do and is inflicting this pain. So you have a safe word. When you've had enough, you're like, that's enough, I don't want any more. And then you have the women.
The partner could be carried away and will not listen.
You actually do
that's
why they call the women dominatrix. You kind of remind me of one with your big hair.
Stop. Well, at times they don't want to stop. That's why I say it's like it's cult. They don't stop because you are carried away with the pleasure. And when she tells you she's okay, or he tells you he's okay, you don't listen.
Yes,
that's why they get to that point of inflicting themselves with a lot of wounds and all manner of things when they come out.
The people that actually want to go that far, the people that, because you can say no. We are not of course protecting or denying that there are people that you will tell that, and I reckon that bad things must have happened because where you don't have control, anything can happen, and there's probably nobody watching over these people and saying don't do this, don't do that. But BDSM is you spank your partner, you tie them up, you blindfold them. Sometimes they even use electric.
Thank you. Who does that? This is madness. This is crazy. Who does that?
Well, it is concession. They both agree.
I know, but it's madness.
Well, they both agree that they want to do these things, and then they do it. It's not as if one person says, no, I don't want to do it. And some people say they do not enjoy sex without this whole paraphernalia of BDSM. So for such people, they find a community of people that like what they like, and they do.
The only thing I like about that, they have rules. You have consent. You have to agree. So it's not as if they are forcing anybody. But is there any disease tied to this?
What kind of disease?
I don't know. Do they get like all these? Because some of them they don't use condom.
Well, condoms, that's across board. It's not whether it's BDSM. Every kind of sex, you are supposed to be.
So that means they are exposed to so many things too. Like I was saying, these people, do they use condom when they are doing all those things? I know most times they don't penetrate, they just do all manner of things. But at times you might be tempted to enter the thing.
But they're having sex now, and once we're talking about sex, we take it for granted that condoms are on the table. So
If
that's
they are
out
using
of the
condoms,
question.
that means the condoms can be tearing and they won't care about it. It's because of the kind of activities they get themselves
But
involved
the
in.
activities they have are actually mostly non-penetrative, spanking, doing all of these things. It doesn't stop them using protection. And one thing that a study has shown, according to the Journal of Sexual Health, is that people in this relationship, they are safer. They have with each other.
Yeah.
They have more trust in each other. They have, they don't have the anxiety me and you have, worrying about whether our men will or our women will just walk off and not come back. So there's actually this upside. Although we are saying that we know that there can be extreme cases.
They can. And there's one I read that they said once you are tired of the person in charge or the person on top that is in control, will now be telling you, call me daddy, call me mommy, call me ma, call me sir, call me. It's so funny. And he's doing all manner of things on you. And you're my boss, you're my daddy, you're my
Yes, but that's how you know how to do it then.
I don't know how to do it.
I said it. I said
don't know how to do it.
I said when I said you look like a dominatrix this morning. You see, you even know how
I
it
don't know
works.
how it works, but
What did you
I've read and I've had people discussing.
You just
I did.
did.
Don't put me. Don't box me to a corner.
I'm not boxing it to a corner.
Don't box me to a corner. But I'm just telling you. But that's stupidity.
How?
You are killing somebody. You are telling. It just reminds me of all these Indian stuffs. You are killing somebody. You are beating somebody. You are biting somebody. You are blindfolded. The person is not here saying, "Call me this." If it doesn't call, you hit the person. Bye. Oh yeah. Say, "Oh daddy. Oh mommy." Stupidity.
How do you stay? I don't have an issue. How do you stay in your corner and decide that it's stupid? Anyway, it's one of the stigmas that they worry about. That people call them names, they give them bad. They have a bad image, and then they like I said before, they don't get partners easily. And maybe that's why their relationships work. They are very comfortable and confident in their relationships. They don't have the anxiety that vanilla people
like us
have. So, but what we need to also look at is, in spite of the fun of the community that they have a mantra that's supposed to protect them: safe, sane, consensual. So these 3 words is what their mantra is.
But they're also concerned about hygiene, though. I read that.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, they're concerned about, because most times the community they organize a party or have a club where they meet. I think a period they just meet in the club. They organize all manner of things. The first thing in their rule is you must go to the bathroom to wash up before you start any game or any play. So that's I know about that. They are concerned about hygiene of whoever their partner is.
One of the things that bother people that have left the community or people who want to go into it is that there are a lot of sociopaths, people who are disturbed, who hide behind, we like kinky sex to hurt people. And then there have been accusations from former members of this community that the BDSM community does not effectively handle consent violations.
They don't protect them.
That if you have these sociopaths who are there because maybe they're powerful people and they go beyond what they're supposed to do, that the community is hush hush, doesn't want to talk about that this person is doing the wrong thing. So, and because it's such an extreme kind of sex act, such violations can lead to things such as rape and
yes,
it could even lead to death, because if somebody is
choking you, you can't even
doing all and the electric shock.
And that's why I'm saying that even when you want to stop, some of them don't pay attention to details. They don't care because they are carried away with the pleasure.
Yeah, but it has to be intentional. If you clearly agree with somebody that if I've had enough, I should show by doing one thing, and somebody does it and you're saying you didn't see it, it means that you intended to hurt them.
Yeah, that's it.
But there are many women who are saying, the women members mostly are saying that they don't like sex any other way because it is boring, it's not interesting.
People want to explore.
They want to explore and they want to be adventurous.
Adventurous, yeah.
So I think BDSM, the community will be interesting. I would like to be a fly on the wall.
Well, let me read out some of their rules that I saw. It said, one, don't touch anyone without their consent.
Mm-hmm.
Another one says, follow the dress code. That means there's a dress code.
Yes, you see all the leather things.
Leather, yes.
Like this kind of you're half dressed for it already.
Excuse me. You negotiate your role. It's not everything you agree to.
Yeah, well, that's why
so you have to negotiate your role. Like, you might not want them to blindfold you. You want to see everything they are doing to you.
True.
You might not want them to bite you.
Or
you
to choke you.
Or to choke you.
You know, there's mild. They have degrees to this BDSM thing. They're very mild, just ones. The spanking and stuff. And then there's the mid, and then there's the extreme one where really hard things.
The choking and the chain.
The electric
and the electric shocking and all. But what comes to their mind when they... Oh God,
what if somebody shocks you with electric and they don't stop and
you die?
Yeah, no. That could happen.
And it says, don't interrupt others.
How?
When maybe another set, they have different sections in the same room, in the same place.
Have you been there before?
Yeah.
I'd like to go see what
I know it to be, but you can imagine.
I'd like to go see what it's like.
They say you must clean up. That's what I said about
going to
hygiene.
bathroom.
A bathroom. So they are concerned about that. So guns, illegal drugs, and all that are not are allowed to come in there, because you can drug somebody.
Yeah.
You can, maybe the person you've been meaning the person since, and you seize the opportunity to just shoot the person there, and you get away with BDSM we are doing and all that. Okay. So those rules are really interesting. But despite all these rules, do you know some of them don't even abide to them?
That's what I said about
some of them don't abide to all these rules.
That's what I just said about consent violation. That the BDSM community, maybe that's what they need to take seriously. Because if people are saying, yes, I think I have this desire to have a different kind of sex than normal, and they come into your community and somebody violates them, it doesn't give any member of yours the right to violate the person or do anything to them without their consent. Then there's women, a few women, I haven't seen any man though, but women have said that they get violated, people touch them or even have sex with them at the wrong time without their consent. And then the BDSM community does not do anything about it.
That's what I'm saying, they don't protect them. So at times, I don't know. So what do you think about this? For me, it's madness.
No, for me, I see, so long as people are the ones that said, I like this, and they do what they like, I'm always pro-choice in that thing. If you like it, and as long as nobody is getting hurt. Where I have a problem is the consent violation places. Then if there's consent violation, the BDSM community doesn't do anything about it. Why would you have members knowing how this can go really bad, and you do not have punitive measures for people who go against your rules? So maybe they're just paying lip service to their mantra of safe, sane, and consensual. Because if somebody just says to you, they have that safe word or whatever, somebody just does the safe thing that says stop. Why would you not stop?
Exactly.
Why would you not stop?
Me, I just see it as humiliation, abuse, madness.
You can be extreme. I don't think it's madness though.
Oh my God.
It can be interesting.
I can't imagine myself.
It can be interesting because I've seen those women dressed like Catwoman, and they have that whip. But those whips, they're not really whips, are they? I think some of them are not really hard stuff.
They are not hard, and they will be screaming.
Well, I don't
watch
know.
some of those things in films now.
I don't know if it's the movie one is. I don't think the movie one would be exactly what it is in real life, is it? Okay. But I think those whips, they have them, and I like how it sounds like they do that thing. And I like how that sounds. So as long as people are safe, BDSM sounds like a bit of fun. As long as there's no consent violation, I'm all for whatever makes people happy.
Happy.
So until next time, have you subscribed to our channel? Have you clicked on our notification button? Let's hear your comments, like our video, and let's talk about
Sex, baby.
let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex.